Da da la da 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 la. La la li da la li da da da. La la li la di da la la. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Let's see here. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Berniel, how are you, my friend? Man, you are the first one here today.
Horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible, horrible.
I'm gonna be the first one to give a like. Man, I've been trying to work out this software thing. I need to train myself more on how to use all this software because one, I have Streamlabs. It keeps shutting down on me. Tried OBS, but I can't find the vertical streaming on it. So I went for what I thought was the most secure, and that is the cell phone. So, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch a lot of hours. After I get done with this, I'm gonna watch a lot of videos on how to use that software. I was actually gonna have a friend that I just met here to collab with me, but I don't think that we can do that on the phone. To be honest, let me see, what is this right here? No, that's for goals. That's for polls. Yeah, I guess I won't be able to, but I will open up the phone lines once we get enough people on here. I hope you had a blessed day. We had some issues this morning with the sound, it looked like. I did have some sort of a power outage last night, but I'm not sure what the hell just happened. Hi, Trinity. How are you, sweetie? Thank you for joining. I just had the pleasure of speaking with Graham. He's a good kid. Well, he's a grown man, but you know, to us, he's still going to be a good kid. Yeah, he's a good guy. John, welcome to the chat. Cool Cat Renee, how are you, my friend? Welcome back again. And the channel where we talk about immigration for my California brothers and down in Cali, in South Cal. Ilona Starba says, hello, how are you? Jay, what's up, man? Because of government shutdown, it's hard to catch a fight at SeaTac. Make America great again. Ice, ice, baby. America first. Israel next, my friend. Israel next. That's how I say it. That's how it stays. All right. I do want to thank you guys for tuning in. We are, make burritos $2 again. Man, you ain't joking, bro. I'll tell you what, you have probably said the smartest things I have heard in a long time. Yes, I agree. Burritos are getting way too expensive, and they're still just as unhealthy for us. Unfortunately, my wife, fortunately for me, but unfortunately, my wife had made me a steak for dinner, and I spilled some of the juice on my shirt. For good luck, they say. But yeah, I had a great conversation with Graham. He wants to do a collaboration, but in video, and I don't think that I can do that on the cell phone. Community moderation top shot filter. No. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I had to be on the app, on the browser, and if you guys notice, it was just a black screen. I was making all this noise, but didn't come through. So it is what it is. All right, we'll have to get this chat going. Man, I really want to show you some videos. We're gonna have to keep trying. Pablo, hey Dennis, how the hell are you? You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I think I told you this before, Pablo. I love that saying. I don't know why. I love that saying. Where did I hear this at? I think I heard that in a movie, I think. Uh, who was it? I don't know. I don't know. First Blood? No, it can't be First Blood. That was a long time ago. But anyways, I love that saying. I love the way that comes out. Thank you, Pablo, for that. I appreciate it, my friend. Ricky says, my God, God bless you, brother. Well, God bless you too, Ricky. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Making Americans love their neighbors again. This division is so deep. And I'm going to tell you, I have been looking. I did take about an hour and a half to 2 hours swimming in the sauna, trying to relax, trying to keep my mind clear, and came back and started watching videos and looking at news articles and reading this and reading that, looking at other people's opinions, podcasters, etc. And I was going through the January 6th video. Hey, Nico, Vernon, how are you, a friend? You know what? I will start a Spanish channel very soon. Not too soon, but very soon I will start a Spanish channel. I think it'll be great. But first, I got to make sure that I don't have issues doing my lives, because I have been very disappointed in the last few days, last few lives. I lost power. I lost video feed. This morning was the problem with the audio. It was blotchy. Restarted the computer. Restarted the live. Changed the microphone from my desktop to the wireless mic, and then I used the phone, and then I used the phone's mic, and then I used this wireless mic on the phone, and the sound was just crap. What I find very interesting though is that I try to replay the video and try to find what the sound was. And what's crazy is that when I replay the video from this morning, where the sound started messing up, at least that's what I think I played, the sound was perfect. So there goes that. Who knows? Maybe somebody knows how to hack the system and they're just messing with us. But we're going to stay positive and we are going to do our live regardless. So I want to tell you a few key words. I had a conversation with Graham, and we're gonna have him on the show here pretty soon, maybe the next couple of days. Who knows? Maybe as early as tomorrow. He's a good guy. He is getting into, he's diving into issues of today. I believe Graham is going to be a very special man for the future generation. He's already acquired a lot of knowledge, and he has a long ways to go. But if he reads into and spends more time with this, he's going to be a lot better than you all and me probably combined. So we're going to give him a shot. Bandito Suavecito says, I want your scalp. Bro, hey man, what are you, an Apache? What's wrong with you? Our Indians don't do that no more, man. We are done sacrificing to the fake gods. Let's see. Trinity says, at Vernon, oh, of course, Dennis doesn't mind as long as they're not spamming, racist, or threatening. He wants to let us know, them chat away. Okay, yep, that's right. Steve Ray says that demon rats. I think you missed a C in there. I got you. Jewel Gigi, how are you? Welcome. You're a cadaver, he says. I am a, how do you say cadaver in English? Cadaver is a dead body. He says I'm a dead body. Free Venezuela, I agree 100%, Sean. Invade Venezuela, Libre. Olancule Rufus, hello, my friend. Welcome. Bandito, don't be making promises. Don't be threatening, bro. I don't like that. That's too creepy, okay? Remember, I'm showing you my face. You get to hear me. You get to see more of me. And if you're this creepy typing warrior behind the keyboard there, please be nice, okay? I don't mind your jokes and everything, but when people say that they're going to find me, I don't like that. People have threatened my life before. They have threatened my family's life before. And I think that is an American, Honduran American. Here in America, we have a freedom of speech, and I don't tolerate that, okay? So if you were being nice, I mean, if you were being funny, I get it, but that's not funny, okay? Because I have gotten some real serious threats against me and my family, and I don't appreciate that. All that does is create violence and tension. Hola, Kule, thank you for joining, my man. Thank you for joining. Mr. Elliott, how are you? Diane Comley? Yeah, thank you, Diane. It's not funny, guys. There's a limit, okay? I appreciate it if you guys are, understanding of that. Remember, I love you having your freedom of speech, but let's use it responsibly, and let's try not to be obnoxious. Okay, I hope I pronounced that right. Trump all the way ahead. Let's go, Vernon. 100%. Let's go, baby. Daisy, hello. How are you, Daisy? Wishing you a blessed evening. Thank you, Kate. Kate, I want to tell you your last name. It's actually Herrera in Spanish. That's some knowledge for you. I don't know. I thought about changing mine to English, but I got to be proud of my family's last name. That's my grandmother's last name from my father's side. So it's a special to me. I got to keep the Herrera in there. All right. Plus, it's the one time that I get to roll my R's. If you can say this, if you can say ere, and then you can say R, you'll be a lot closer to be able to speak Spanish, or at least pronouncing the words in Spanish. Let's see, what else we got here? Elizabeth says, how are you? Are you legally there? Liz, be nice. Of course, of course. Let's see, full support for your brother, says Nico. Thank you, Nico. Nico, that's why when I read that word, that Nico, the way you said it, I want to say aloha, but I figure you're probably not Polynesian. Paulo says, I can't believe how many people put down in here, Dennis. Yahina says the white hat with the white MAGA stitch is going hard. Your hat is so cool too. Oh man. Al Bebak. Assalamu alaikum. Every time I see a name starting with Al, I want to say Assalamu alaikum. And this is the will of God, that I should not lose even one of all those he has given me, but I should raise them up at the last day. John 6:39. Then is what you think of Canada. Saiha. Man, I try. I think Canada should be a part of the United States of America. And I don't mean that to be egotistical or to think that, that we are better than Canada. No, not at all. I actually think that Canadians should take that as a compliment. We think that there is a lot of Canadian people that they're great people. And if they joined us, we will make an even better nation together. That's funny how that works. But yeah, I love a lot of Canadian people. Notice I said a lot of Canadian people. I love a lot of Americans. I love all patriot Americans. But there's just some hard-headed ones that they don't want peace. They don't want peace. You know what I noticed today, and unfortunately I can't show you the video. But I noticed today, I was watching this ICE protest in the Broadview, Illinois, okay? And I noticed that these guys, they were blocking the entrance to the ICE facility, right? On Broadview, Illinois. And they were over there chanting peacefully and just holding signs. And then the car comes in. I don't know if there was anybody, any illegals in the car or whatever, but they started getting in front of the car. And then they started to push the car. This is how you know how smart these people really are. They get in front of the car. Hey, man, what's going on? I didn't see you there, man. I'm in the middle of my story here. And they're pushing the car like they're really gonna stop this car from moving, right? And then they're trying to open the doors in the back, and then there's people smacking on the window. And then they start chanting their little words and little things. Whose street? My street. Whose street? My street. Entitled people, man. Entitled people. Listen, let's be honest. We all pay taxes. Um, how do I bring this home? I have this idea, this opinion, this little bit of knowledge that I want to share with you. I just can't find the words to put it right. I'm going to try really hard to put this right. Okay. And the first thing that comes to my mind is ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Okay. As a migrant, a naturalized American citizen, I feel that is part of the, Lord help me with the words. It's part of my patriotism. There's another word, okay? It's part of my duty, or it's not, I have taxes in my head right now. I'm sorry. Let's just say duty, okay? Part of my duty as a citizen is I pay taxes so that things get done in our country, in our cities, in our states, etc. Okay, that's my duty. That doesn't mean that I own the city. It doesn't mean that I own the street, or that I own the freeways, or that I own the police, or that I own the fire department, or that I own the senators and the governor. That doesn't mean that I own them. I hope that makes sense. Nah, Danny, what kind of question is that? But no. And this is why I'm pissed off with millions of dollars going foreign aid to get people circumcised somewhere around the world, but not here in America. Sorry, too much info there. Sorry, ladies, I apologize. There's a lot of information in there, especially Trinity. She's a real lady here. But I feel like I'm not entitled. I feel like I'm, what's the word? Blessed, rewarded. What's the word? Why is this word not in my mouth right now? I feel privileged. It's a privilege, not an entitlement. It is a privilege for me, being a citizen, to be able to port or help or support our government, our city, our state, etc. Okay? With that being said, they are called servants of the public, but that doesn't mean that you own them. They're not your slaves. So you got to respect authority. I get it. I respect the governor to a certain extent because he shows no respect for us. Okay? I always believe that you respect where respect is due, right? You want respect, you give respect. Now, as far as people being entitled, you know, there's a thing of being a privilege of being an American citizen. Another one is entitlement. And I get it. To a certain point, you are entitled as an American citizen to be able to enjoy the Constitution as an American citizen. But the way that people are entitled, they think they own the police. They think they own the streets. They think that they own everything the government has, and they don't. If somebody was to own anything from the government, it would be billionaires. It will be rich people, the ones that are paying millions and millions of dollars in taxes. Not us. Our taxes don't do jack squat. I get these socialist, liberal people going out there yelling at rich people. Oh, yeah, you should pay 70%. 70% of taxes to your rich people. You guys don't need that much money. Wait a minute. How much of that did you help make? Zero. Oh, well, you know, the employees, we moved this company. And it's the same argument that migrants have on this country. And I've been saying it over and over and over. Migrants did not build this country. I know you don't get it. You don't get it. One day you probably will. Migrants did not build this country. See, migrants got paid to do the labor. Getting paid to do the labor does not make you the maker. Does not make you the builder. And it's the same thing. If if a millionaire gives 1,000 employees a nice paycheck, they are not building the company. The owner is. And those employees go and work for a wage. Damn, Ray. How about a super chat? You're paying $65,000 in taxes. Good Lord. Man, I pay about $8,000 in taxes every year, and I'm dying here, bro. Samuel says, you don't get it. You don't get it. One day, you maybe you will. Ray, be nice. Listen, I don't know how to deliver the message. Maybe I'm just too simple-minded. You know, maybe I'm just this simple pork folk guy. But how do we tell people that we love them, but they need to behave? How do we tell you that you're very special without you becoming a jerk? How do we tell you that you don't pay enough taxes and that you should appreciate the people that are actually paying taxes? You see, anybody that comes in and says, I pay taxes, all right, I agree. Aaron, how are you, bro? I agree. You pay taxes, right? It gets taken out of your check. Here's the catch. If you receive a tax refund, you didn't pay taxes. Do I have to repeat that again? If you pay taxes and you receive a refund, you paid no taxes. Somebody else paid them for you. What the hell is that? Why is my desktop acting up? I say this because illegal immigrants have paid over $100 billion in taxes. But what they don't tell you is how much did they get in refunds. I know there's a number out there. I'm not going to make it up, but I can tell you that it was over $100 billion back. 100%, I guarantee it. Not really true, says Lorenzo. Here is another catch. How many illegal immigrants out there are working under the table, not paying taxes, and sending all their money, all those remittances to their families in their country? They come here, take jobs from Americans and legal immigrants. They make that money. Of course, they work illegally. They should be in jail for committing fraud, lying to the government. But there's a lot of people that work here, and that money should stay here and should be used here. Now, granted, I get it. What's going on, Tyler? Welcome, brother. Ronald Johnson, my man. How are you, Ronnie? I hope you're doing good. But here's the problem with these illegal immigrants working here. Okay, for one, if you didn't know, and I'm probably going to be playing devil's advocate here, and I'm going to be giving some people some good advice. If you are illegal, most likely you will not have a job. All right? Meaning you're going to have to work under the table. Option B, you're going to commit fraud, steal somebody's identity, and work pretending to be that person. Number 3, I forgot what number 3 was, but I was going somewhere with that. All right. The point is this. So you have 2 kinds of illegals that come in here and work. If you cannot get a Social Security, which you won't, ice, baby, you should be deported. As a matter of fact, listen, you shouldn't be deported. Nobody should be deported in the United States of America. But there's a catch. Nobody would be getting deported if nobody came here illegally. And you see that? That's why there's deportations. It's not because the government just wants to deport citizens and residents. That's not what that is. It's because illegal immigrants break the law and they get deported. So in reality, let's take a look. Let's go to the budgets. Let's go to the budget here. Let's go to the budget. Let's see. All right. So first, let's go to the criminal activity, right? One of them, by the way, because of this massive invasion of illegal immigration coming to this country, and I want to clarify this, it does not mean Hispanics. It means illegal immigrants. They can be from China, the Middle East. Hundreds of people on the terrorist list got through the southern border through Mexico. I get it. A lot of Middle Eastern people look Mexican. What can we do? There's nothing we can do about it, right? Okay, so here we go. The three things that make you a criminal coming here illegally. One of them you already know, you crossed the border illegally. Number two, you got fake papers. Number three, you came and worked under the table, which is illegal. Three things, and now you're a felon. Those are things for you to go to jail and then get deported. That is one thing. Now let's talk money-wise. Number one, 21 million illegal immigrants in this country. You bet your sweet ace that they are taking American jobs. You bet your sweet ace. And by the way, illegal immigrants, they don't only clean toilets. Have some respect. I clean toilets and I'm an American, okay? So let's not go there. Let's not try to, degrade people and give them a slave status. If somebody does it willingly and that's what they do, that is exactly what their profession is, I get it, 100%. It is legit, it's honest living, it's not degrading. But when you think that illegal immigrants, that's all they can do is pick cotton, pick fruits and vegetables on the fields and the farms, something is wrong with you. How come they can't be engineer, illegal immigrants? Hey, as a matter of fact, one of them from Guyana, South America, not South Africa, South America, the black superintendent, making $300,000 a year, somebody that was actually qualified, that actually has a real doctorate, that has a real master's degrees. That person should have gotten that job as superintendent, but instead an illegal immigrant, and thanks to DEI, got the job because he was black. Nothing that he did in his life qualified him to be a superintendent over 30,000 students. Let that sink in. Here we go. More facts. Every time we need to hire more ICE agents, it's more money going out. Hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars because of illegal immigrants. Here's another thing. Let's add a little bit more. And I give this example. I was talking with Graham about this earlier, which when I have him on the show or when I go on his show, we're going to talk about this. Let's not forget, not too long ago, California had a budget specifically to provide health benefits to illegal migrants. And Cool Cat Renee, you're down in Cali, and you can tell me if this is true or you can give me a better number. But I believe they had like a 1.2 or a 2.3 billion dollars set aside in California so that illegal immigrants could get health benefits. From what I heard was within 2 days, it was maxed out, and they had to push it up to $5 billion. Think about that, $5 billion. Now, here we go. These illegal immigrants are in this country, and they're causing havoc. They're thieves. They're selling drugs. They're destroying our communities. They're bringing more garbage in. They're not clean. They're not respectable. What do you expect? They're not responsible. They don't love this country, and yet they come here. You see, I'm here because I love this country. Because I really love Americans. I don't like everybody because some are jerks. But I love America. And that's why I'm here. See, the difference is, I love this country so much. I do this legally. not illegally. That is the difference. You see the difference? I love this country. And you can call me a traitor. You can call me a coconut. Hold on. Let me see what other words you guys like using. F you, get a real job, shame, coward, F racist. This is for cops actually. Racist pigs. You're an effing waste. Nazis. Okay. I gave you all the words. I will add coconut if I didn't say that yet. Taco lover. You know I love my tacos. I love my tacos. Let's go. You know I love my Cheetos. Of course I love my Cheetos. But anyways, let's get back to the waste of money. We have to pay, California has to pay millions of dollars cleaning up Los Angeles because illegal immigrants that came over here to make anchor babies didn't teach their anchor babies to respect America. They didn't teach their anchor babies to love America. They didn't teach their anchor babies to respect authority. They didn't teach their anchor babies to get an education and support this country. See, all you anchor babies out there that are so proud to say, I am an American citizen, and you're raising the Mexican flag. What the hell is wrong with you? You know what? If that's the flag you want to raise, go to Mexico and raise the Mexican flag in Mexico. Everybody will love you. I tell my kids, you can have a Honduras flag. Of course, your dad is from Honduras, but you're American. You wave the American flag. Period. My kids know. You respect this country. And the moment that they disrespect this country, I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it. But let's get back to the economy because there's a lot of waste of money. So now you have Americans that become unemployed because we have a lot of uneducated Americans. We have a lot of dropouts. We have a lot of people that can only work at McDonald's. You guys were Trinity, you're around my age. You guys remember, what was the pet peeve from our high school teachers? Hey, get an education. Pick up your grades. What, you want to work flipping fries for the rest of your life? Well, nowadays, they're paying better than some hardcore jobs. See, that's how reverse this country is. And the government is okay with that. Because the stupider we become, the smarter our enemies become. And again, you can call me whatever you want, but the difference between me and you being in this country, it's I love this country, therefore I am in this country. If you don't love this country, therefore get the hell out. It's that simple. So now you have anchor babies. Those babies get free health care. They're citizens, they have a social security. I'm sure some of those are fake, but they're children. And that's how you get benefits. You see, for every child you got that is born here, for every anchor baby that you have that is born here, you get food stamps. To the point where, guess what? The kids don't eat with those food stamps. You do. And so does your spouse. And maybe other family that you have. Some of you crackheads out there are over there actually selling the food stamps for cash. Don't think we don't know. There's been hundreds of millions of dollars in a lot of fraud from food stamps. You know why? Because people don't need it. These people abuse the system. And it's not just illegals. There's a lot of other people as well. There has been fraud. And they say, oh, wait a minute. How did somebody get double benefits? Let me guess. An illegal immigrant used their benefits as well. They used that information and also got benefits. Either that or the government is stealing the money from you and you don't even know. Some governor, some mayor, some senator somewhere out there is making money out of your ignorance. Oh no, well there's 12 million people in Washington. Wait a minute, we don't have 12 million. We don't even have 10 million people in Washington. How do you have 12 million people on what? How does that work? It doesn't add up. Pablo, I want some Cheetos and some hot dogs right now, my friend. But I want the hot dog with the cheese inside, the ones that plump up like the jumbo ballpark pork hot dogs. What else do we got? Well, now we got to hire more police because we have more people. So per capita, we need to have more money expenditure. So we got a lot of illegal immigrants that are, instead of California becoming better, richer, they're broke. They are broke. And they pay so much money in taxes. They pay like 84 billion, I think is what they said, every year. Can you imagine that? $85 billion. They pay more than Texas, and Texas take the most. Why does that happen? I don't know. I can only guess. But I can tell you that illegal immigration is a big problem. And a lot of migrants, Hispanics, Asians, etc., a lot of migrants that came here the right way, they're not living that American dream as they should. And whose fault is that? Selfish people that come here illegally. You know what pisses me off the most about illegal people coming here? Is bringing their children. The little ones. Not teenagers, little ones. 1 year old, 2 years old. One of my brothers did that. I was so pissed, but I was so little, so what can I do? Nothing. My parents brought me here. When I say my parents, I mean my mom, because my father died when I was a little kid. My mother brought me here legally, and that's the difference. Just want to clarify that out. Again, another difference between you and me. See, if you were in here and you supported all of this, if you stayed under the radar, ICE wouldn't be coming for you. If you didn't do criminal activities, ICE wouldn't be finding you. But you're an idiot. You're out there robbing stores, doing drugs, selling drugs, trying to make that quick buck. You think nobody's going to catch you. You get a felony, you get a record. Now you're in the system. Now they get your photo. Now they got your fingerprints. Now they're coming for your ace. And they will find you. They will find you. They don't go to the mom and pops and say, hey, we're taking you in. They don't know. If those people didn't commit a crime or didn't do any fraud or anything, they're fine. That's not how it works. They're not going to get deported at all. So there you go. Oh, so you scary monster. What's so scary? Are you a grown-up or are you a kid? If you're a kid, I'm sorry that you have to hear this. You shouldn't be in here. This live chat is for 18 and over. If you're under 18 years old, disconnect. This chat is not for you. I don't have advice for teenagers today. But one day, Steve, I'm up around the corner and up your ace. Sorry about that. I don't know if it was meant in a good way or not. But I'm getting so defensive right now. Right now, nobody makes stupid comments to me, okay? Because my response is probably not going to be as kind as you normally are used to me sharing. And what the hell is that sound? What's going on here? Oh, I see. It's monitoring my... I keep hearing this thing over here. I don't know what the hell's going on. All right. Back to illegal immigration. Steve, how much did you pay for this country? You moron. I have just as much right to be in this country as you. And the difference is I defend this country. I defend the Constitution that belongs to American citizens, not illegal immigrants, not to tourists, not to enemies that come and visit us to see what we got that they can destroy. Does not belong to them. I cannot get out of your country because this is my country. Now what? Now what? Ah, man. Let's get back to the spending. We need Americans, residents, and legal migrants to have jobs here in America. And well, now it's about 19 million illegal immigrants because we got like, what's that, Trinity? Like 2.5 illegal immigrants have self-deported. And let me remind you that a lot of people now are afraid of coming to America, to the United States of America, illegally, because now they see that we are for real. I like that. Hey, I'm a Honduran, aka American citizen. Take that. Hey man, much love to you. Who was that? Steve, Eddie, much love to you, man. Call Honduras president so he can come pick. Well, actually, it's not a he, it's a she. And she is a moron. I wish that I was there so I can run against her, to be honest. But you know what? I'll probably end up dead anyway. So that wouldn't help anybody, especially not me. Pick this guy up. Let's see. Mexican Power says to start what? I missed it. Oh, well. Include training. J.D. Vance 2028 Lyrical. You are the man. 100%. Let's go. Thank you, Berniel. Man, you know what? I think I can take a phone call here. Let me see. Berniel, did you wanna call in? You would be on a speakerphone, of course. All right. Trinity, can you put the phone number on there? Just go ahead and call me, brother, at 425-583-1155. What up, Derek? The MAGA hat is sick, especially when you go this way or you go that way. Oh, yeah. How come I can't chat on my own streaming here on the phone? That's crazy. Trinity, can you put the phone number in there so they can call? You're all blinched out. I'm jealous as Daisy. I know, right? I know. I should have. There you go. Thank you, Trinity. I should have put on my little gold thing for my smartwatch. More bling bling. All right, let's see. It is fake. It is fake. Not this one. This one is gold, but this one definitely is fake. Don't use it all the time. It really is just meant to match when I want to match. All right? So don't be jealous. This is not real gold either. It's just thread, okay? Come on. Don't be hating. Let's see. What do we got? Another gullible cult member, says Paresh Patel. Gung Ho says, wasting the few brain cells you have left, bro. Well, I'm not drinking liquor, so that's not happening. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate you. Thank you for the compliments. One good compliment overcomes 100 bad compliments. Got a call here from. Thanks for calling. And who's this?
Hey, Dennis, this is Berniel. How you doing?
Berniel, my friend. How you been, brother?
It's good to put a voice to the guy in the chat, huh?
Oh, man, yeah. You sound like a Honduran, though.
Sound like an Honduran?
Yeah.
I've been around, I'm around so many different races that, you get stuck with the accent. It's good.
I'm just messing with you, man. Well, my English is exactly that. It's a whole mix of different Hispanics, Asians, blacks. I mean, I talk different depending on my mood.
But it's good because I feel like when you learn a culture, you feel like you're more like there's a better connection. Like people understand you better.
Yeah.
If it makes any sense or not.
Yeah, no, it does, because one of the reasons, if I'm understanding correctly, one of the reasons why I do love America is that we have such a variety of different people from so many countries. Like when you would get to experience some other people's cultures, it's like, dude, that's part of their country, and I'm okay with that. But you can have part of that culture, but you also have to assimilate to this country, and a lot of people don't want that. They want to come here and they want to change this country to be the shitty country that they left in the first place. You know what I mean?
That's the same thing that's happening in Dearborn, Michigan. Like, I mean, our First Amendment says we have the freedom of religion, but those people don't want the freedom of religion for them, but they don't want freedom of religion for other religions. They just want to assimilate and then force everybody into Islam, which is that's not the American way.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the things that I always say, and people they give me a lot of hate for it, but what they don't understand is this, and this is the difference between accepting Muslims coming to this country, being in this country. But my issue is that there is a lot of Muslims that believe in jihad, they believe in Sharia law, which is something that there is no room for us. There's no room for pagan Christians or Buddhists or anybody else. Only them, only Muslims. And they claim, especially in Florida, you can look this up. In Florida, these guys are doing this little Muslim protest, and what they're doing is they're going around buying Christian temples, they say, and they're converting them into mosques. I believe in New York, they're already doing that prayer at 5 a.m. A lot of people complaining about it, and it's just like, bro, this is not a Muslim country. This is not a country that practices that, and it's not good to impose that on people. And that's the difference. Like, if you want to claim, number one, I'm still a firm believer that this country is a Christian country, whether people like it or not. I'm not saying it's Catholic. I'm not saying it's evangelical. I'm not saying it's a Baptist or Pentecostal. But this is a 67+% Christianity in this country. And the difference between our being Christians here is that we allow for other people to have freedom of religion. And that's okay. We're not here to convince people. But the difference with these Muslims, and I'm going to tell you something. I have had many experiences with good Muslims, and they don't want what these guys want. But these bad Muslims that I'm talking about, they're not here to assimilate. They are here to take over, whether people like it or not. You mentioned Dearborn, I think is what it was. They're putting Arabic, Islamic, things in their uniforms of American police.
For the police department, yeah, I saw that. But see, you know what the scary part about it is, though? The scary part about it is that they're already here. Like, people that don't like this country, deaf to America.
Yeah,
I mean, that should be. I think Trump got to declare that a matter of national security, because somebody that says, deaf to America don't belong in this country, that should be an automatic expulsion, like, without even questioning it.
Yeah. But you know what? Everything. So the biggest problem that I have with people going against Trump. And I've said this many times. I love President Donald Trump for just one simple reason. I am very sincere about my appreciation of living in this country by the acceptance of me being a naturalized American citizen. There is a sense of patriotic duty, honor, maybe egotistical, right? A little bit egotistical. That I find that it's my duty to speak well of this country, to speak well of this people. This is where I made an oath. I made an oath to be an American citizen, and I think that has to count for something. And what do I get for it? What do I get for defending this country? What do I get for fighting and trying to make people respect the United States of America? I get hate. I get called bigot. I get called hater. I get called traitor, sellout, coconut. You want to be white, black. I get all this hate. And that is exactly what they do to President Donald Trump from day one, before his presidency. And we've talked about this on this live all the time, that before he ran for president, he was not a racist. He was a great rich man. He was bankrupt here and there, and he did some bad deals. And you know what? He used the system as everybody's allowed to use. He was vindicated, and and he got clear of everything that, people are trying to say that he's done, right? But the problem is not that they blame him of all these things when he was not a president, not even a candidate, is that after he won the presidency, number one, the biggest insult is not that they went after President Donald Trump. And I'm going to say this for all you haters, leftists, idiotic, crazy people on the left. You guys keep saying that we are destroying democracy. You guys did that when you went against President Donald Trump, which we put in office. And that's where I'm at with that. So these people that hate on Trump, bro, that they have nothing solid to land on.
I'm gonna leave you with this because I gotta go somewhere.
Yes, sir. I know you're always busy, my friend. I thank you for making the call.
I leave you with this, that you won't see a Democrat president for the next minimum 12 years. So
at least
they whatever they do, whatever they can say, whatever they want at this point. Whatever weak comment they have against us or whatever, they call us all kinds of fun stuff, but it's starting to get boring.
Yeah.
Guys start coming up with more clever stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it was great speaking to you, brother, and keep doing what you're doing, and be on the lookout for the super chats because they can keep coming to your way. So
you're an angel, bro, and I mean that. Thank you so much. I appreciate your love and support. You have a good night, bro. Be safe. All right. Bye-bye. Late. So you guys heard the man. Brian, how are you? Thanks for joining, my friend. Thanks for joining. I wish that I can give these people more of a benefit of doubt, but unfortunately, man, you guys have ruined the word racism, bigot, and all these things that you keep mentioning out for no reason. And what is there to talk about with you? All I can say is that I appreciate every American patriot that came from Democrat Party, from the Republican Party, and that is actually supporting us, the American people. I mean, this is how I know that Americans are great. We have millions of Democrats. They got left by their party, but they're patriots. And they're not going to continue following because they have this great loyalty. They're not going to continue chasing these guys because they realize that they have betrayed our country and our people. So we can no longer support them. I mean, let's be honest. I used to support Democrats. Everybody in the Republican Party right now, they're Democrats in my book. Like, this is what Democrats were fighting not too long ago. And now is the one thing that they hate. How does that happen? How does that happen? All right, cool. We'll see. We'll allow, who was that? Sandra has a question. Go ahead, Sandra. You can call. I'll keep your phone number private. I delete the callers as they come in. Let's see, Prentice says, Steve, you hate on people who put in the effort and prove themselves to be here. Prentice, it is how it is, my friend. That's very anti-American, isn't it? It's kind of like the being hypocrites because they want to defend illegal immigrants, and yet here's an immigrant that has become an American citizen, defending this country, agreeing with the federal law, with the immigration law, loving America. And there it is, the hypocrisy. You just can't hide it. Please tell your family and friends, loved ones, join the Dennis Herrera Show. And I promise, guys, with time, it will be better. I promise that. I have a lot of studying and practicing to do with software and trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with this algorithm because, I don't know, I just keep having problem after problem. With it, and here we are on a cell phone. But you know what? As long as you guys can actually interact with me, you can still make phone calls. By the way, how did that call come in? Did you guys hear it? Okay. I'm assuming yes, but I don't know. I mean, the speaker of the phone is really on the mic, right? This is my mic right here. So if you guys didn't know, no wonder people are leaving the Democratic. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Nolly. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Ancient Sage is going sick. Scooter Bob is not a liberal. He is probably, I don't know, independent. Oh, sensible. I like it. I like it. Steve says, English, please. This is America. He's right. Speak English. Scooter is a trans. What? Well, hey, man, listen. I'm going to say something. I know might offend you. You might not like it. I don't care what you do with your body. All I'm asking for is stop putting that shite on my kid's head. Let them find out once they're 18. Let them figure out what the hell they want to do. But right now, stop destroying the innocence of children. Okay? Please. Stop that. Okay. So Daisy, I see you. I see you, Mama. Daisy says, what is the opinion on the shutdown? Well, for one, Nobel Prizes is just a piece of paper. No, it's not. It's like some sort of medal or some sort of little trophy. My Nobel Peace Prize. It doesn't mean anything. But what means a lot? To feel appreciated. I know President Donald Trump is going to grab that, be like, oh, hey, Nobel Peace Prize, right? That's not what means anything to him. It's the fact that it was awarded, but the award itself is useless. What it represents is priceless. And that's the difference. Being appreciated. If I'm at work, I'll get back to you, sweetheart. If I am at work and I am not appreciated, I'm not happy at work. I got to be appreciated. I work my butt off. If you don't appreciate me, I don't want to be there. And even though I left that job, they want me back already. And it's like, you know what? Let me have some time. Let me get some time. Let me pay attention to the American people and see where we go with this. But I'm in good. What do you call it? In good standings with every single one of the bosses that I have worked for in my life, and I appreciate that. But the government shutdown, that's a good one, Daisy. Thank you for putting that in there, and thank you for the patience to actually wait for me to answer it. I think it's a great thing. Hey, let's take a look at the benefits. Let's take a look at the benefits. For one, I think government is too big. They should be fired. And I made a short about that. And I mean it. There's a lot of people in government that should be fired. They're not needed. It's just a waste of money. On top of that, that's just one of the icings on the cake. But the main reason, and I'm actually happy about this, now don't go out there and start hating and spewing all this anger against me. I love you. I love all Americans. Let's be honest. All right, let me see who's calling. Hey, thanks for calling. Who is talking?
This is Sandra Wells' boyfriend.
Oh, hey.
Using Sandra Wells' account.
Oh, okay, Mr. Sandra Wells.
Yeah, Mr. Wells.
Mr. Wells, okay. All right, give me a second, Mr. Wells. We'll hold on. I'm going to mute the mic so that you don't get the reverb there. I think that... Hold on. But I think on the government shutdown... Give me a second, hold on. I'll let you know, okay, when you can talk. There is a lot of people that are using benefits from the government, yes? Okay, a lot of people that need it, I want them to get it. But we do not need illegal immigrants to get that. We do not need body able to work people to get those benefits. They're not meant for them, okay? They are meant for people that actually need them. And on top of that, those people that want socialism in this country can see how horrible socialism is going to be. When you give the government the power to your housing, to your food, to your work, to your money, you belong to them and you become a slave to the government. And that's what I want you to know about that. So government shutdown, I think is absolutely great right now, but I hope that it ends soon. All right, Mr. Wells, go ahead. Now is your turn. What do you
All
got?
right. So I have a couple points I want to make with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I mean, me and my girlfriend are both Democrat and independent.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yes, I agree with some of the things that you say, but I disagree with some of the things that you say.
Like?
Okay. How can you, as yourself, be an immigration, okay, support a guy who has been named all over the Epstein files,
Yeah.
been named over, I'm say about 30 something times in the Epstein files?
Uh-huh.
And how can you support a guy that's wanting to cripple America by taking away health care for millions and millions of people, taking away SNAP benefits, stuff like that, you know, and a guy who's not even from this country, he's an immigrant himself. Okay.
Okay.
So now try to answer those questions in your best of ability.
No problem. Thanks for your question. I appreciate it. And I respect that. You don't have to agree with everything, of course. And that's what we're here for. We want to be able to talk. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Wells. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I think everybody heard that question, yeah? I think it's valid. I think it's legit, and it's okay to question it. So here's the one thing that I will say. When it comes to supporting President Trump, part of the big beautiful bill, the part of it that I was interested on was this. Okay, listen, there's going to be millions of people getting off of medical. Okay, that sounds horrible. Who? Now, when I was covering the hearing where their Congress was going to vote for the big beautiful bill, we have Hakeem Jeffries, Mr. Taco Eater, filibustering for I don't know how long, but this guy complained more about being up so late as I am recording this and making a video about him. He said that there's going to be, he says, law-abiding immigrants or migrants. And he says, and they send remittances to families overseas and above to other countries. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Are you talking about illegal immigrants? And now we have proof. We have videos. The whole Democratic Party, everybody that was running for office on the Democratic Party, they said that illegal immigrants were going to have medical benefits, food stamps, etc. They all said that, right? We got that in video. We got proof of that. Now, the problem with that is that this country, as we know it, we already have an economic sort of crisis, according to many of you that are in here. And yet, you don't do anything to get rid of illegal immigrants. That will help the economy a lot because they're taking away more than what they are actually pitching in to this country, believe it or not. So I'm okay with millions being taken off of medical. Now, the other thing that is in there for food stamps, for example, and I appreciate Mr. Wells, Sandra's man. I appreciate him for saying that because I want you to know if you need it, if you really need it, and you are honest and you qualified, you should get those benefits. Now, there is a lot of single mothers out there that they don't want to put the work and the effort to keep their babies' daddies. They don't want to make a relationship. They want to make money. So they make children, and you can tell a lot of them, they don't even care about these kids. They abuse them, they neglect them, they don't care. They're just money, little piggies that they make money out of, okay? So I think that by doing this, by kicking off people that are body able to work, kicking them off medical and getting that free medical, making them go to work and paying taxes will help the economy more. Now, I'm telling you right now, you get rid of illegal immigrants from this country, and only Americans use the medical benefits, I can guarantee you we'll get better medical, and then we have more money in the budget to be able to help more American people, veterans, and even those homeless. They are still American. We can help them better. The second question of that is, I forgot the second part of the question. There was two questions. Yeah, anybody know the second part of that question? Man, I should have wrote it down. Sorry, Mr. Wells, I failed you on that one. Well, we're going to have to keep it to one question. I'm not as good as the senators out there that are answering multiple questions. Go ahead, Mr. Wells. You can put that on there. The second question was what? I understand what you're saying with, how can I support President Trump? But, as a Democrat, I think that you have come a long ways, and I agree with you. But if you are, if somebody's like a single mother, for example, that has a bunch of kids, right? If they work, there's a big requirement is this. If you're able to work, you got to work 20 hours a week. And then you can get your benefits. You can get your EBT, you can get your medical, and I'm 100% with you for that. But the government shutdown right now is because they want us to send a lot of your tax-paying money, my tax-paying money, to other countries. If we are having issues here in America, what makes you think that we can send money around the world? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that. And I hope that, at least answering that one question will give you a better idea of what I'm talking about. And as I said, sometimes I don't really know how to express it the right way, but I love to have you guys question me. One of the reasons why we are allowing the phone calls to come in is so that I can try to clarify. I'll tell you what, the next time I'm going to answer the question, but if you have a double question in there, I'll wait for me to answer it and then I'll hang up. All right, so sorry, Mr. Wells, I failed you there. I get a 50% credit on that. Let me see. Somebody else says from India, Hinduism, okay. Blah, blah, blah. People just think that the United States of America is just a charitable nation. That's not how it works, sweetie. Money is not here forever. Money needs to be made in the United States of America. And if you support illegal immigrations on here, yeah, you're supporting cartels. You're supporting crime. You're supporting Americans having no jobs. You think it's no big difference. And if you think that, that getting rid of illegal immigrants is going to destroy the economy was doing just fine before all these illegal immigrants came to this country. So what's the problem? The difference is rent is going to go down. Food prices are going to go down. Gas is going to go down. Traffic is going to go down. They have accelerated traffic 10 years. What you see today in traffic is because of illegal immigrants coming in all at once. Freeways were made to eventually, with the population of Americans being multiplied, they will eventually have to fill up the freeways. But having millions of illegal immigrants coming into certain cities is not helping. And Trinity knows. And there's a lot of people that agree. There's a lot of people that disagree. And like Mr. Wells says, I don't agree with some of the stuff that you say, and you agree with some of the stuff that I say. Sometimes I'm going to be right. Sometimes I'll be wrong. But we got to agree to disagree sometimes, all right? Carmen says, que Dios te bendiga y te dé buena salud, mi hermano. Thank you, Carmina. Muchas gracias. Dios te bendiga igual. La paz de Cristo sea contigo. Melina Madrigal said, okay, man, walks up to you and cracks, what? Oh, man, I missed it. Hold on. And cracks you one time. Don't know what the hell that means, but somebody hits me, I'm going to hit them right back. I believe in equality, and you give, you shall receive. I love this guy. Immigrants are guilty for traffic. You like that? Yeah, man, nobody thinks the way I think, bro. Let's see. It's only been 8 months, bro. How did you like 4 years of Biden high prices? I wish, as I said before, I wish that these people that pretend to be Democrats would have learned how to hide their socialist, communist, Marxist agenda a little bit better. Because if I would have been in the Democratic Party and I would have been their leader, I would have told them, hey, knock that shit out right now with the impeachment of this president. You look stupid talking about impeachment. The guy's not even in office yet. He's still like 12 minutes. And you're already talking about impeachment. How ridiculous do we look as a party talking about impeachment? Ridiculous. You lose your credibility. Let the man, hey, let's sacrifice 1 year. Let's see what's up. Let's see what happens. And they would have pushed back to me and be like, oh, hey, Dennis, no. We don't want to do that because, who's this? Right now. Huh, interesting. I didn't know that. Give me a second. I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, guys, if you guys do have a question, you can also text as well. That's fine. But don't think that texting me here is going to take priorities every single time, all right? I know that there is some people out there growing their YouTube channels and all that stuff, and we love to have these conversations. We want to have more, diversity, right, in all these channels and conversations. And everybody has their own style. I have my own way of talking. I am not a shy person. I know I joke about it. I am not shy at all. And I don't back down from an argument. And that's part of my ADD, ADHD that I have. And I get it. I'm not going to be right all the time. But again, I try to be respectful with people. And the people that don't get an answer from me, or at least don't get a good reaction from me, is people that come in here and start insulting me and just saying nasty stuff. That doesn't get you anywhere. That only gets other people ticked off. I hear it a lot from my subscribers. Oh, it's so annoying in the chat, blah, blah, blah. This is going on, and I get it. There is a lot of people that are subscribed that come into these chats, and then you, or some of you guys that are coming in here being very nasty, you guys, you don't know how sensitive somebody else is. I know that I'm speaking out in general, and I am not calling you by name, but you come in here and you start throwing insults. I mean, you're revealing yourself, as a preacher. I can tell you, how many times did I preach in a church and the message was so hard? Oh my God, you should see some of the people just, oh man, they're just screaming in their chair. You can tell they're not having peace. You can tell that they're just so upset. And I'm just like, I don't know who these people are. Why are you getting upset? I don't understand. You know what you do? You sit there, you listen, and then you try to figure out what just happened. And once you figure out what just happened, you would realize, wait a minute, this guy doesn't know me. Yeah, what he says, well, it's true. And even though I know he's right, I'm not going to sit here and argue with him, right? I am in an open forum. I get it. This is not church. But this is what I mean, the ignorance. These people don't get it. It is an example. It is very similar. The moral compass goes around and everything revolves around itself. I can tell you that a relationship between you and your wife is just as great or as bad as a relationship between you and your boss, you and your friends, you and your aunt and your uncles and your grandma and your grandpa. There's all kinds of relationships. Everything in life is related one way or another. They're just examples, and you guys are so literal with things. Oh, with the birds and the bees, that doesn't pertain to me. Exactly. It doesn't. So let it go. Hypocritical. Do you know the definition, says Oscar? If I tell you, don't drink soda, and I drink soda, I'm a hypocrite. Show me where I'm a hypocrite. I'll give you a chance. Go ahead, Omar. Oscar Guzman, not Omar. Omar is my boy. Okay, so your mom was an immigrant, not an immigrant. And? Okay, I'm waiting. I know, there's a 10-second. Oh, I see. All right, if you're an older man, Oscar, I apologize. I don't want to be disrespectful to my elders. So how am I a hypocrite? My sister, my older sister, came here legally. My mother came here legally. She went back to get me so that I can come to the States legally. We applied for a green card. Legally, I became a green card holder. And then after 2.5 decades, I applied for the citizenship. and it got granted legally. I followed the legal process. Who's that? General Turner, thank you for the 2, brother. I appreciate it. Much love. So how am I a hypocrite again? I don't understand where I became a hypocrite. Are you thinking because I'm talking about federal immigration laws, respecting the law? Yes, Dennis the Menace. That's my favorite name. Don't you forget it. Let's see what you got here. Sniper says, no, R says, can we get rid of the no argument people that just insult this dude in his own house? Thank you. Somebody has respect. They know what they're talking about. Having a disagreement and a legit argument to debate with one is one thing, but insults aren't acceptable. Yeah, you know, they don't know what their freedom of speech means. They just think that they can go over there and flip you off right in your face and get on your face and rah, 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 rah. They think that freedom of speech is going to get them somewhere. That's just going to get them knocked out. That's what that's going to do. I am not trying to be white, Miguel. I'm not sure why you are being racist right now. Being American doesn't mean white. We got black Americans. There are more Americans than you'll probably ever be, my friend. We got Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans. We got a lot of Chicanos. We got a lot of essays. We got a lot of Spanish Americans. So I'm not sure what you mean by I'm trying to be white. If my skin looks white, here, let me show you the whitest part of my body. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to moon you, but it will be as bright as this hat. Oh, that would have been a bad full moon right there. I'll tell you that right now. We ain't doing that. Now, the only problem is that when I turn around, that's the darkest part of my body. Woo! Omar, Slyman, assalamu alaikum, my friend. You thought I forgot, huh, that you used to be a Muslim, huh? Look at Nestor. Nestor, don't get too excited. He said, let me see. You perv. I knew you were a perv. Bill Clinton on Epstein, Air Force One. Yeah, I know, bro. Oh, that's right. Hey, man, I knew it. Somebody was going to bring it up. Mr. Wells' second question was, and I think he started with this one, to be honest. He said, how can I support a man? President Donald Trump is mentioned 30 times on the Epstein files. I think that's probably why I forgot, because I didn't really want to talk about it. I hate talking about Epstein files because I mentioned this example before. I used to lease apartments. In this apartment community, we had over 535 units. Now, we had a raid happen on 2 of the units, and they were selling drugs, bad drugs. Now, those 2 units in my apartment community, they were raided, door broken down, people got arrested. They were on the lease for these units. You know who else was on the lease for those apartment communities? 535 units. How many people are in those apartments? Should I say they were all drug dealers? Should I say they all got arrested? Just because your name is mentioned on the Epstein files, it doesn't mean anything. Now, Mr. Wells, with all due respect, I think it will be a different conversation if there was proof that they were doing something, right? Something bad. Let me read you here. I see you. Let's say, well, me and my girlfriend are, like I said before, she's a Democrat and I'm an independent, and we're very proud to be an American, and I salute you for that. My love goes to you and your girl, your family. We also believe that people can come over here and live the American dream. I agree with you. I'm 100% with you. But it has to be what? Legally. If they have to learn to respect. If you have no respect, how am I going to trust you? You see, like these people, okay, listen, you have freedom of speech. Of course, everybody has the right to say something, right? But if you're being disrespectful and you're just calling out names and you're just insulting, there's nothing for me to do for you. Yeah, see, Omar, I know you're Palestinian American. I didn't know you're Palestinian American. I think I might have missed that last time. But that's what I say. Assalamu alaikum, right? I love it. You can say it. There's nothing wrong with it, my friend. You can say it as the Muslim says, inshallah, right? Maybe God's will. God's will. But if you allow people to break the most minimum law, I'll call it the most minimum, but federal law, crossing the border illegally is a big thing. It's huge because they're unvetted. We don't know what they have, what crimes they've committed in their country. We don't know what diseases they're bringing into this country. We can prepare all we want, but I can tell you, if I go to the Philippines, I gotta have some shots. I gotta have some vaccines. I gotta prove to them that I'm not gonna go over there and make everybody sick and kill half of the populations of the Philippines. You see what I'm saying? So I am with you, of course, 100%. I want lots of immigrants to come here legally. Legally. Why legally? Because when you are allowed to come to this country legally, it means that you respect our laws. It means that you can fend for yourself and you're not going to benefit from the government. You're not going to be a weight to the government. You are going to be a good member of society. And instead of being an obstacle, instead of being a weight, instead of being a burden, you are going to be paying taxes and you're going to be helping the economy. And, that's great. We want people to come here, rent an apartment, buy a house, bada bing, bada boom, apply for the residency, become a citizen. Hey, raise the American flag. Stop raising the flag from your country. Keep that shit in the closet at home. You can celebrate your culture and all that stuff. But you got to show your love and respect for America. Number one, let's not forget, assimilate, correct. There is an oath that you have to make if you really want to become an American citizen. There is an oath. Otherwise, you can't be an American citizen. And the oath says that you deny your previous country or government, and that you are making an oath, you swear that you are going to be under every law of the American people's law. You will live under the Constitution and respect it. You will live under the law of the United States of America and respect it. And with that respect means that you have to make others respect it. Sissy, I became an American citizen, you moron. I made that oath. Now this guy, how the hell are you going to sit here and argue with a migrant that came here legally, became a resident, made an oath? How are you going to tell me the oath that I made? How are you going to tell me the oath that I made? The idiocy. Idiocracy. I'm going to make that word. Dude, how are you going to argue? I don't know my Latino people. How will you ever argue with me about that? How would you ever tell me? I'm a Hispanic migrant. I know more than you do. I educate myself on my culture from our countries. And I educate myself on the culture and the American laws that we need to respect and make others respect. How dare you sit here and tell me that that's not true? I had to make that oath myself. And when I made that oath, tears were coming out of my eyes because I know exactly what it means. And the only reason why I decided to become an American in this country, there's two reasons. One of them, I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to show Americans that when you love this country, you will respect it, you will follow the law, and you're going to respect the Americans. Period. Me being a migrant doesn't mean that I am going to allow other people to come here and break the law. If you're American and you're a criminal, shame on you. You're going to pay the price. You're going to go to jail. Blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. Argue with me all you want. If you want to be a pendejo with me, don't play with my Latin community, bro. Don't play with my Latin blood. Don't play with my Indian blood. And don't play with my American oath. I am a man of word. There is a difference, which, by the way, I believe they're going without. You used to be able to have dual citizenship. And that's different. And naturalized Americans, they can lose their citizenship. A lot of people don't know that. This guy, you're gonna sit here and tell me I wanna be white, and yet you don't respect the American law. Mr. Dalton, you're right. It's not gonna change my heart, I promise. But some of these people, they need to hear the truth, and sometimes they need to get a spanking. It's just the way it is. But thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Eric. Trump 2099. Omar wants Trump spirit forever. Let's see. I don't know who texted me here, but he said, I'm watching your show right now. How am I supposed to be a patriotic MAGA person when every effective black leader, which I don't know if this is true, has been targeted by the FBI, regardless of philosophy? So I'm going to tell you something. We here in America, we love due process, don't we? If they have something on them, it doesn't matter to me that they're black and they have different philosophies. They can grab a bunch of Hispanics and have different philosophies. But if they got proof, right? If they got proof that they got something, a warrant for their arrest, then they're going to pick them up. Now, tell me this. Why wouldn't you follow an American which house was raided unlawfully, unconstitutionally? Why would you not defend that person? Is it because he's white? Why would you not defend a person that has been falsely accused over and over and over again? That man, President Trump, has done more for the black communities than the Democrats have ever done for them. What is the one thing that we keep hearing from black Democrats? You know, they always promise us this, but they never deliver. Well, my question is why you keep voting for them. That's my question. And I see a lot more black people, love my black people. They're stepping up. They are just like the millions of Democrats, and maybe they are part of the millions of Democrats that have stepped away from the Democratic Party. The black people are sick and tired of their fake promises and of their lack of word. The people want to be free. Nobody wants to be a slave forever. So I hope that answers that question. I don't even know if you're still in the chat, but that was a legit question somebody asked, and I appreciate it. I know I missed somebody's phone call there. I don't know who was calling, but I had to make sure I finished that. Ronald, how do you know if they illegal if they don't have due process? So just so you know, before somebody can acquire a warrant for an arrest, they have to know who they are by name. They got to have a record. They got to have an investigation. And then once the judge signs that warrant, they go and enforce it. If there is a record in court, they've had due process. A lot of the people that are being arrested in courts that you see today, that's not the first time that they go to court for immigration questions. They keep extending their stay and extending and extending and extending, and they have multiple deportation on them, meaning that they shouldn't be in this country at all. But the Democrats want to play dumb, and they want to keep defending them. That's where that comes from. So most of these places, they have warrants for them. If they don't have a warrant, but they by law are in deportation status, they got to go. As simple as that. As simple as that. Let's see, because everybody's situation is different. I'm going to say this. What is due process? I think that people think due process means you're going to get a court date 3 months later. They think this is what due process is. You're going to get a court date for 3 months from now, and we're going to figure out if you are illegal. Because how hard is it to say, show me your papers. Oh, here's my passport. Yeah, going through the pages here. Oh, yeah. You don't have permission to be in this country. Get your ass back to your country. That's your due process. Your due process is not the same for illegals as it is for citizens. I love it. People always want to say we the people means illegal immigrants. Ignorance is bliss, isn't it? Mr. Roy Boy, welcome to the chat. They always go to the same place in the Constitution. Oh, it says right here. It says all persons. Oh my God. The Constitution, it's titled, We the People. We the people are Americans that have a voice, that can vote. There has been many amendments. When they talk about one person, it's person. When they talk about multiple persons, it's persons. Or for you, we use people. We the people. We the persons are we the people. What makes you think, and this is a really serious question, and I want you to really, really listen. Pay attention. One question. Just one question. Who in their right mind is gonna make a constitution for our freaking enemies to come here to this country to bankrupt our economy? Son of a gun. Fucking people, man. Man. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I love this country and I hate it that other people that hate this country are destroying it, and there's nothing we can do about it. Well, we're doing it. We're doing it. Common sense. Thank you, Andre. I apologize, man. I apologize. Dennis, you must be ignorant. Ignore the ignorant. I know, brother. I know. All right. Thank you, my patriots. I love you for that. I appreciate it. My family, which one? My wife, American. My kids are American. They're first, is that what they call it when they're first born, the first generation American? I'm still considered a migrant since I'm a naturalized American citizen. I was not born here. Andrew, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Trinity. Much love to you, sis. The founders thought you were a damn savage. We were. We were savages, my friend. And they were right. Yes. 100%. Let me tell you, thank you, man. Let me tell you what my people were doing to us, to each other. We were beheading each other. We had a bad crop. Your children have to be sacrificed so that we can get our corn going to make tortillas so that we can eat some tacos. Yeah. They want to destroy it, and then they want to call it the American way. You know what, man? God, man, I love you guys. I really do. You know what? I'm going to need, hold on, give me a second. Oh. My nose is getting too brown. They say I'm brown nosing too much. I brown nose so much the tip has got orange. Somebody said that. I got to wipe it off. Let me tell you something. I'm an honest man. And if you want to say that I'm brown nosing, that I am just bootlicker. If somebody said bootlicker, I don't even, how do you say that? Bootlicker. I do have an accent. I know, the word sounds the same to me in all ways. Hoover said there will never be Messiah. There will never be a Messiah. I don't know. Honestly, don't know who Hoover is. It's not in my mind right now, brother. But we will have a Messiah coming back. Bootlegger. No, it's not butt liquor. But that's how I probably said it. That's probably how I said it. Let's see. Ken, I can only read so much, bro. I'm still not even done with the Quran. I'm like halfway through the Quran. There is so much information. This book is massive. And I don't read it all the time because, man, there's a lot of stuff that I got to do, and I only have so much time. I am not Donald Trump, okay? That guy has done so many things. I can't keep up with that guy, literally. Unlike Biden, that, what did the press secretary say? Oh, yeah, he does circles around me. This guy is always busy. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Mr. President Biden, I need a pardon. Here, just take the pen with you. Hey, man, Mr. Biden's not here, but here, take this president with you. Who did that? Somebody brought that out of me. Somebody did. Liam, I don't know if I support Donald Trump. I don't know. I can't trust that guy. But salute. Democrats think their best president. Who's in timeout? Who put Omar in timeout? Nobody better put Omar in timeout. Nobody puts Omar in timeout. Omar is one of our members. He does not get to be put in timeout. Danny Quinones says, please spam this punk. Let's go. Let me, don't nobody stop this spamming. I want to see how good you guys are at spamming. All right, go for it. I'll give you 30 seconds of spamming. Nobody does anything. Let's go. Jaime Lopez says, we are all immigrants. This is an immigrant country. Why are all these people watching this fool? Go do something else. He says, Dennis is a great American. Thank you, man. Derek, laugh your A's off, my friend. Due process. That's not how you spell it, but whatever. Liberty for all. Do you know if you read all the Quran, eventually you will act like them? Oh, wait, you already did. So I act like a Muslim, you're saying? Assalamu alaikum, my friend. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you. Allahu Akbar. Yeah. I didn't put Omar in timeout for sure. Somebody put Omar in timeout, he said. Is what I got on the message there. Whoever do, it's about to be fired. It doesn't matter, Omar. You got my personal number. You can call me anytime, brother. I love you, okay? I love you, and I hope that you're doing good today. How are you going to make more? Wait. That question was there. How are you going to make money and expand this industrial military complex by killing civilians around the world? Well, here, first of all, we're not going to talk about around the world. I don't care what happens around the world. Now, I'm going to say it like that just to get you off my back. But the reason why I say right now, I don't care about anything outside the United States right now. Every time I talk about making peace, everybody gets pissed off. So we're not going to talk about around the world because you guys don't believe the facts anyways. I want to concentrate internally in the United States of America. Come on, spam it, man. Danny, you suck, bro. Show me some spam. Let's go. Columbus. I don't think you know a damn thing about your entertaining in a weird way, so there's that. No, not everyone has to process in the same way. You mean due process? Man, I get all these illegal immigrants mistyping here all the time and they don't correct it. What's going on? What's going on? Dennis. Come on, beta. Show me your spamming. Put some flags on there, man. Doggone it. You guys suck at spamming. Danny wishes he was of Epstein.